Hi everyone watching. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I wasn't really sure what to post for this upcoming week, but my good friend Sarah, shout out Sarah, told me that she wants to know who she's going to marry. She's like, "Who am I going to marry?" And I was like, "Let me get on that for you." So we're doing a who will I marry. I'm going to try to make this super detailed, so like what they look like, when you'll meet them, maybe their sign, all that stuff. And then we have 3 piles. Pile 1, moonstone. Pile 2, sodalite. I don't know. And then the number 3 is the tiger's eye. So go ahead and skip to your pile now. Hi everyone, welcome to your reading. Today's going to be a who will you marry. If you pick the moonstone, this reading is for you. So who will you marry? Your person is super extremely clever and smart, and people would consider them an intellectual. They're very fair. I think they're not very emotional, but I think that might balance you out because you might be the more emotional one, and that will balance you guys very nicely. They're not going to be emotional driven. Their decisions will not be based, they're going to be based on logic, right? So I think you guys, for some of you guys, this could be someone you know, maybe someone you're with. It's gonna kind of feel like a breakthrough, like you guys are starting over. And I think that for some of you guys, you have been wanting to give up. And if that doesn't resonate with you, if you're not talking to anyone, if there's no one in your life that you think is like someone who you're gonna marry, this could be your person. You might have some challenges at the beginning. Maybe, it is challenging for you that they're not as emotional as you are. But I think you're going to hang in there. They're going to hang in there. Maybe they find you too emotional as well at the beginning. But you guys will persevere, go through it, and come out very, very strong. I do also get the sense that if this is someone that you already know, when you guys are ready, or when you are ready to have this person in your life, it's going to be after you guys, or you take a break, you take rest, you recharge, you kind of better yourself and your life and your mind. And then when you are feeling complete and full within yourself, you are gonna come together with them and be together in union. I think that although you guys are so different, they will bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. You'll feel very whole and complete with them. And I also think that it'll be like you guys against the world. You guys will have a very strong bond, a very strong connection. Like I said, you guys will just really, really, really balance each other. It's going to be super, super nice. I have some cards, some oracle cards. I couldn't think of what they were called. So I do think that for this connection to be, if it's someone you want, or for you to find the person you want, you do have to set an intention. You do have to do things with purpose. There's like that saying that's like you fall in love when you least expect it. I don't think so in your case. I think that you have to like intentionally want it, intentionally try to better yourself if you're going through stuff, or if you have been, or you will be, and you're gonna set an intention to like better yourself, better your life, make yourself whole before you are ready to be with this person. I do think though that through it all, they're gonna be who you're wishing for, who you want to be with. And I think that they also, when they meet you, you might not realize it yet, but you guys are what each other has wished for. And it might be hard to see at the beginning. Maybe they don't see it, or you don't see it, or you both don't see it, but through time you will realize that you guys are what you guys want. In terms of what they look like, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but for you, it's going to be who they are trumps what they look like. So they might not be traditionally like attractive, like super attractive, or like super like beautiful or whatever. But I do think that you will find them attractive because of who they are and their personality and their brain. I think you will really value their intelligence. New beginnings. So like I said, the new beginning could be with someone that is on your mind that you think is someone that you will marry, or it could just be new beginnings like after you have new beginnings within yourself, they'll come towards you. I think you're going to meet them through your community, through friends, through just your network, could be at work. I do think that other people are involved when you guys meet. And one of their biggest love languages is going to be exchanging gifts, or it could be yours, but I think it's most likely theirs. Their way of showing you love is like, you know, they're at the store and they buy you flowers or something that they see that is like, they know it's your favorite, right? They'll come home with stuff if they went to the store first, or they're just very thoughtful in that way. Like when it comes to Christmases and birthdays and whatever else you celebrate, they go all out. Like Valentine's Day, they go all out and they try to make it really beautiful, and they just want you to know that they really appreciate you. It's actually quite beautiful. So when you'll meet, I think for you, I think you'll know that, you know, you need some time to better yourself. But let's see what the dice say. Okay, so they could be a Pisces, and I think you'll meet them either in 9 months, 9 weeks, 9 days for some of you guys, or maybe you guys will finally get to the point of marriage in 9 months. So it all just depends on your situation, right? Because there's many people watching, and everyone's different. But just remember the number 9, and they could have a lot of Pisces in their chart. I'm gonna see if we have anything else. Aries. So Pisces or Aries. You could also meet them in this season, which we're right now in Pisces season. If you're watching this now, if not, it could be next Pisces season, and Aries season is coming right after that. So it could also be that you meet them in Aries season. But keep in mind the number 9. I do think that's important. Pile number 1, I hope this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. You're reading today on who will I marry. So, your spread is actually really, really nice. It's really quite almost similar to, it's different, but it's a little similar to pile number 1, but yours is like really, really nice. So we have the 7 of Pentacles to start with, and your person, your husband, your wife, who you marry, is going to be very protective of you and your connection. And if you guys end up having a family or kids or animals or whatever you consider family, they will be very protective of that as well. So they're going to be your protector. And I think for some of you guys, you have needed that in the past. I think you have felt like it was you against the world, and you had to survive, and you were all alone. And I think that this person will kind of open you up to the possibility of a family and of a healthy home life and like a really loving situation. So when you guys first meet, they will move kind of fast. You're not going to be left wondering. If you don't notice them and they notice you, they're going to go up to you. They're going to let you know, hey, let's go on a date. I do think that they're going to do things the right way. They're going to just try to get to know you. I do think you guys will balance each other out. So we have all kinds of signs here. So they could be... They will try to balance you out, and you will balance them out. You guys will make like a really, really great team. And I think that when you meet them, you will be, like I said, in that survival mode, self-interest, like worried about you and, you know, yourself, because you just feel like, I think maybe you've been hurt in the past really bad. Maybe there was cheating going on, or this could also apply to them. Someone was really, really deeply wounded, and you're kind of like, I never want this to be something that you guys strive for, but I do think that they will help you heal. I do think that we are responsible for our own healing, but I do see that they kind of help you do that. And I don't think you're like actively searching for someone to heal you, or they're actively searching for someone to heal them, but I think it just so happens that that's what happens. Like I said, the home life is going to be very beautiful, very, very harmonious. I don't think there's going to be, the gender roles aren't going to be too prevalent. Like, it's not going to be very traditional in that sense, where like, you know, he's the breadwinner and he, you know, is off at work all day and comes home to a hot meal, and or vice versa, right? Whoever is the female and male. I don't get the sense that it's that traditional. I do think that you guys will be a team where they know how to cook as well. If they're a he or she, they also, both of you guys know how to cook. Both of you guys know how to do laundry. Both of you guys get everything done. Of course, they have their strengths and weaknesses, and you have your strengths and weaknesses, and I think you pick up each other's slack. But for the most part, you guys are very well matched, very balanced, very, very harmonious. And your person is really I think both of you guys are really insanely attractive. People like to be your friend. I think you guys are different. You're intuitive. They're very intuitive. They're emotional. They're emotionally available to you. And if you weren't, I almost get the sense that maybe you weren't at the beginning, and they might have had to coax that out of you, this emotional availability. But I think you also did the work too. You let yourself open up to them because you knew that they were someone you wanted, and they showed you that they were like a good person, someone that's empathetic, someone that's generous, someone that you want to be with for the long haul. I think your relationship and like your sex life will be very pleasurable. You guys will take a lot of fun trips. I think that even after you have responsibilities, you will still take the time to connect and to not neglect your relationship. I also said this for pile number 1, but you are their wish come true, and they are yours. This relationship, this marriage is so freaking beautiful. You guys are each other's wish come true. Like, you guys are just so balanced. Like, you guys take care of your health, you guys take care of your relationship, you take care of your responsibilities, you take care of your household. You guys just live that good life. But there is also a lot of I think that when you guys first meet, it's gonna feel kind of surreal. It's gonna be very challenging in the sense for you to like trust them, to realize that they're not just trying to use you for personal gain. They're not just using you. And I think your shadow self is gonna come out a little bit, and I feel like there's almost like a little bit of self-sabotage that you'll try to do. But once you mellow out, once you realize that they are there, that they are real, there's no stopping you guys. Because we have the Lovers, and while it could mean something different in this case, it's just about love and how much love there's going to be between you guys. And I feel like sometimes we're like, as we age and mature and like gain life experience, we realize that love truly isn't enough. But in this case, the love is so abundant, and all areas of your life is so abundant with them, that it's like you never have to worry about love being enough, because love is enough, and then everything else on top of it just makes it a really healthy, wonderful relationship. And like I said, teamwork. You guys will raise the kids together. You guys will have a good sex life. You guys will not be struggling for money. Everyone will pitch in. Everybody's pulling their weight. I do have some oracle cards that I'm going to get into. So imagine, I think that this person is someone who you've always imagined yourself with, but never let yourself truly believe that someone like this could exist, because you could be a hopeless romantic, and in your mind you're like, you know, all these movies that I love to watch, all these books that I love to read, they're not real. And you're like, and you know, you watch these things to kind of live in a fantasy life and imagine what it would be like to be with someone like that. But I don't think you have to imagine. Once you meet this person, I think it's going to be a reality. Like I said, protecting treasure. They're going to feel, and I think you will eventually feel this way too, Like they must protect you at all costs. Like they must protect this connection. I think they will realize how genuine and what a real person you are, that they will love you and cherish you and never want to let you go, because they know how rare you are and how rare your connection is. It's really quite beautiful. And then we have commitment. They are not going to be scared to commit to you. They're gonna leap. They're gonna be, you're not gonna have to drop hints. If you know, whoever proposes, whoever's a masculine, feminine, doesn't matter, you're not gonna have to drop hints that you want to be with them forever. Like both of you guys will just be on the same page. You're not gonna have to drop hints that, you know, it's not gonna be like that. Then we have enlightenment. I think that you're just gonna realize that this person is for real. This person is for you. And purification. So for some of you guys, this could be a connection that, and you already know what I'm talking about, and that's who you're gonna marry. And you're just gonna go through this renewal that will ready you to fully commit to your person. And for others of you, you're just gonna go through an internal change that will like bring you to this person closer. I have some dice I'm gonna roll to kind of see when you'll meet them, and if you already know them, how much longer until you guys come into union, or set a date, or you know, whatever the case may be. And then we're also gonna get maybe a sign, their astrological zodiac sign. Okay, so we got Aquarius. So they could be an Aquarian, and we got the number 5. So it could be in 5 months, 5 months, 5 days, 5 weeks. Just keep that number 5 in mind. And we do have a 5 of Swords, Leo. Wow. So that's really interesting, because Aquarius and Leo are polar opposites, but also very similar. And a Capricorn. So I'm going to leave it at 3 signs that your person could possibly be. Where you'll meet them. Sorry, I didn't really see. Some of you guys, it could be on a trip, but it could be like a metaphorical trip. Like I feel like you'll meet them while you're going through a transformation. You could meet them though, like while you're traveling, whether you're traveling by bus, car, plane, boat. I feel like you might meet them while you're traveling. Wow. Your person loves you a lot. A lot. And like what they look like, it's really hard to tell you exactly. I do think that they're classically attractive, but I do think they like to maybe mess around with that. Maybe they look a little alternative, and people might at first glance kind of miss how beautiful they are, or how attractive they are, or how handsome. But your person is super attractive. They have I think they're also like, they're muscular, but like in a slender way. Like they're very strong and they have a lot of muscle mass, but it's slim. Like it's slender. It's really beautiful. Pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you, and I'll see you on the next video. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me. If you picked the Tiger's Eye, this reading is for you. So, let's talk about your person, who you will marry. First of all, they are a very smart person. They are very intellectual. They can come off sometimes as cold, or as not very emotional. But I think that when it comes to you, they have so many feelings for you. I think they will offer their heart to you. They will literally give you their heart. And I think they'll shower you with affirmation and letting you know how much they love you and how much you make them feel. But to the rest of the world, they come off as this very stoic, very elegant, or very regal, just very unattainable, and very much in their power. But when it comes to you, and when you guys are at home, this person loves to shower you with affection, whether it's cuddle or affirmation. All these things, they're just gonna love to tell you. I think you guys will spend a lot of time in bed, and it could just be cuddling, it could be sex, it could be just watching movies, I think you guys will relax together a lot, because maybe you're a very busy person, or maybe you're out and about doing a lot of stuff, or you guys could be both introverted, but when it comes to you guys kind of connect together when you're like alone and together, just you two. They're also very fun though. While they're very stoic, I think they could have like very dry humor. They could be very witty and sarcastic, that sometimes people miss their humor, but I think they're gonna have you dying of laughter. I don't know what it is about the season, but all of you guys got this vibe, this energy of like changing, of like transforming yourselves, kind of like letting go of past hurts, past relationships that may have hurt you, may have traumatized you and scarred you. I think that a lot of you guys are going to be letting go of that, and when you do, you're going to be meeting this person. And like I said, it's really quite interesting. Your pile is repeated a lot. It's just like it repeats a lot, the messages. I'm pulling another card because every pile had 10 tarot cards, and I don't want to short you. The World. So like I said, internally, I think they could be their moon sign, which in astrology, the moon sign rules the emotions. I think they could be a water sign, so they could be a Scorpio or a Cancer or a Pisces. I just think that they're very emotional when it comes to you, like but you also might be the only person that ever sees them cry, and ever gets that like lovey-dovey cheesy side, because they love you so much. And I think sometimes that they could come off as a little arrogant, and your person, they are built. So whether they are male or female, they got a really strong body. They're thick. And like if it's a woman, very curvy. If it's a man, just very thick thighs, thick arms, like a good sized torso. I do think they're not like a super tall person. If they're male, I think they're a little bit like not on the shorter side, but I would say under like 6 feet. And if they're female, I do think they're on the taller side, maybe around 5'7". You guys will probably meet in a creative environment. So maybe at a poetry night, at an open mic, maybe someone's having an art exhibit that you end up showing to. You meet them at a museum, you meet them at an art class, anything creative. Whatever you classify as creative, I think you will meet this person in that way. I don't think you know your person yet either. For some of you guys, I think this is a coworker. I don't know why I'm getting that very strongly. That for some of you guys, this is a coworker who you guys don't talk yet, who you guys don't even really flirt yet, who you feel like they don't even like you. But let me tell you, they watch you. I have some oracle cards, and right before I said that, I flipped over the oracle cards. Observer. They observe the world around them. Like I said, they have dry humor. They kind of they can come off as like hating life, but they're not. They like to come off as serious. They don't like to let people know how gushy they are inside. So they watch you a lot. So if there's someone that you might work with, or somewhere in your life that kind of like you see that stares at you a lot, I think that's who you're gonna marry. Because this person watches you a lot. And then we have Spark. I think it's gonna kind of come out of nowhere for you. You're not really gonna see it coming. And if there's someone that you're like, when I said that they watch you, that you thought of, I don't think you guys have your spark yet, but you guys will come up with the spark. And then we have Goblins. So I think that, like I said, you might not be feeling very whole, or you might be feeling unworthy or victimizing yourself, or you might be feeling unlovable. You know, you might be self-sabotaging. You might feel like you don't have self-worth, you just feel like you're lacking stuff in your life. And I feel like you have to get out of that mentality. And once you do that, you will be able to connect with someone on that level that is like selfless, on that level that is like giving and reciprocation, and you guys can take on the world. Like I said, you guys will make a really good teamwork, a really good team. Your teamwork will be very strong. You guys will have a decent home life. It'll run smoothly. I don't think one of you guys is gonna be having to carry the other one and, you know, support them while they're just chilling at home. You know what I mean? And then we have flow. So in this case, I think that with your person, you guys kind of just have to take it slow. I think they could kind of get easily frightened if they feel too much feelings for you. That could kind of scare them, because I think that maybe they've been hurt by someone before, or they've just been kind of hurt by the world. I think they could have sometimes felt misunderstood. So when it comes to you, they're kind of like scared and unsure of themselves. It's all about themselves. And if, when I said that you don't, you know, that you're struggling with feelings of self-worth or self-image and self-sabotage and all of that, it could just be them, their energy that I picked up, and not yours if you don't resonate with that. But when it comes to them, you guys just have to kind of take things with the flow. I think that when you do get married, it's not going to be like anyone put pressure on the other person. It's just going to happen. It's just going to progress. Adventures. I do get the sense that you guys will have a lot of adventures. Even though you guys love to stay in bed together, I do think that it's like you guys go to new places, spend a good amount of time relaxing in bed, and then kind of like leisurely explore where you're at, where you chose to vacation. Yeah, it's really, I think it's a really beautiful connection. I'm gonna roll some, and they definitely want to give you the world. They definitely excuse me. I do get the sense that you will help them end the cycle of like self-doubt, the cycle of like them feeling like they're not good enough, because you feel like they're good enough, and that kind of helps them with like their anxiety. I do think that they sometimes could have even social anxiety. I'm gonna roll some die to see when you'll meet them, when you'll come into union, when just a time frame of when things will start to feel like they're progressing, and also what their sign might be. So we got Leo and we got 5. So you could meet them and they could ask you out on a date in 5 days. You might, honestly, if I don't know who's the masculine and who's the feminine, you might have to not drop hints, but you might have to, they might test the waters with you. And if you feel that they're interested in you, I think you should not be afraid to make the first move, because this person would really appreciate that. But I know some people aren't comfortable with making the first move, but I'm telling you, make that first move, because they're about to be your future spouse. So we got Leo. What else do we got? We got a Cancer. So they could be a Leo sun, right? And they could be a moon Cancer, which would make sense because this person is gushy inside. And then we got a Virgo. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you my lights, my love, and I'll see you on the next video.